This is FanStream Sports.
Can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who would know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes! Here we go!
I guess I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my pants.
Aw, yeah. Welcome into the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. That show where Tim stops me mid, aw, yeah. What is going on? If you have the text line, then you know how to use it. If you don't, you should write this down. 214-937-0569 is how, if you're listening to the recorded podcast, or hell, you're on the computer and your phone's to your side and you're like, I want to talk to these fools.
Idiots.
Use that. If you don't want to use that, cool. Then watch the live version, right?
And comment wherever you're watching.
And comment down below.
But wherever you are, just like it.
Yeah, there you go. And the guy talking and throwing me off of my intro by using random finger gestures is one IndyCar Tim. What's up, Tim?
It's finger guns, Colby. I was like, you go, girl.
Don't ever go girl me again,
Wait, what's worse? If you go girl to you, or if I go, you do, you boo?
Both of those are
You've
bad.
complained about both. Which is worse?
They're equally...
Boo or girl?
You know what? They're equally bad.
Are they both equally awesome?
They are neither, sir. We have a show for you guys tonight, and actually a really great show.
The naked show.
A really great show. We're naked?
No, the show's going to be naked. We have no run sheet.
Oh, this is true. I never look at it anyway.
I know, but I do, and I rely on it heavily, and I have none.
So tonight,
I might just get drunk.
We are going to give a lot of conversation with Cowboys talk because things have happened. And as I quoted as my Twitter headline over this show is "shot through the heart." So,
and you're to blame.
That's right. And that's Jerry, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got that discussion ready to rock and roll. So if you're waiting to hear what we think about that, then you don't have to hold on to your butts very long. We will get to that rather quickly, probably in about a segment where we do our sports report. After the sports report, we're going to do a little famous birthdays with the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have, after that, a mystery shotgun that has some breaking news, y'all. Some breaking news.
Colby, I have breaking news.
Oh, yeah?
I just realized that I'm bisexual.
What?
You buy me food and I get sexual.
You
Internets.
Did I already derail us? We're 5 minutes in.
I don't know what to do with that. I mean, it's not even a hand grenade. It's like he threw me a stink bomb, but he already started smelling. So I don't know how to walk past that, but I'll try. Like I said,
hold on tight.
Mystery shotgun. I have some breaking news. After that, we've got a mystery segment that's probably going to be more Cowboys because I got a lot of Cowboys to talk about in my soul. And then news and notes will follow all that. And we have The Simpsons showing up in news and notes.
What?
Yes, we do. We have The Simpsons showing up in
cartoon
news and notes.
ever.
No, you shut your stupid
Most
mouth.
overrated.
Without that, we don't have any of your favorite cartoons because they would never see the light of day.
I used to love The Simpsons in the 80s.
Wait,
in the early 90s.
So the Tracy Ullman show is where you love The Simpsons?
That's where I know The Simpsons from.
Okay, well, they've gotten a lot better since then.
And then the first 30 years they were on the air, but they've worn out their welcome, sir.
Well, it's hard to go for 30 years and not finally start retreading and jumping the shark.
You're telling me.
So Yeah, I mean, you should know. Look at you.
Look how many sharks I've jumped. I almost said, look how many jumps I've sharked.
Well, words, they're difficult. Get ready for more of that, by the way.
Colby,
everybody.
I'm drinking, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? We all can tell, Tim. We all can
Dude,
tell.
I haven't had anything to drink in so long, and I came in here to prep for the golf show while I was waiting on Gani Gerber to bring the bottle of vodka that he did. So I had a beer because I have some beer in the fridge in there. That's what I do during the day when I'm here with the J.P. Peterson show. I got to drink between 9 and 11 in the morning, apparently. It's who I am now. To put up with the J.P. Peterson show. But, so I had a beer, and I was in here getting ready for the golf show, and I was on my phone texting, and I was texting this chick. And I picked up my beer, and I didn't drink it fast. And I'm like, holy crap. And it was like 4:15. I was like, I just finished a beer and I'm buzzed. I felt it immediately. And then I realized I hadn't eaten.
That'll do it.
But you know what? Now I've had 2 vodka Red Bulls, big gulp vodka Red Bulls. Still haven't had anything to eat.
That's a bad idea.
It's going to be a fun night, Colby.
That's a bad idea. Get ready because Tim's probably going to vomit.
Hold on to your Red Bulls.
That's right. So since Tim is feeling like this, I had this is a weird direction to go, but I had my brain pretty much explode. What was it? It was Monday.
Okay.
So
2 days ago.
I was on
You filled well.
I was on my lunch break at the job, and I ran across one of those YouTube shorts talking about space and whatever, right?
Right.
Okay. And so it was the idea that space, the universe,
Right.
is constantly expanding.
Sure.
Okay. So now what they were talking about was.
So are you trying to say that there is this universal butt plug that goes in to expand the universe?
No.
I'm going to turn my mic off.
No, I'm getting to my moment of brain explosion. So the YouTube short was talking about, it said you could move at the speed of light, and if you could, and you could reach the Andromeda galaxy in a minute or something like that, because moving at the speed of light shortens the length of time it takes to get some. Not getting into that math, all right?
Okay.
Just take that as fact. And even though you're moving that fast, you could travel forever, right? And you would never reach the end of space because it's growing at such an exponential speed. So
and also when you travel the speed of light, time slows down.
Correct.
That's a well-known theory of relativity that some dude came up with.
Right. So at any rate, I started trying to look up, well, how do we know that the universe is expanding, right? I got really into that. And as I'm midway looking up...
This is shocking to me, by the way, because Colby doesn't care about anything. Colby would look to me, he would look at this and see and go, it says the universe is expanding. And Colby would go, cool. What's for dinner?
Okay.
This is shocking to me.
History, I'm not good with, but stuff like this will ring my bell. All right?
It's good to know.
All right. So at any rate, I start looking at this and how do we know that the universe is expanding and whatnot and all this. And then my brain shuts down because the back of my head asked the question of, what the hell are we expanding into?
Because what's beyond the universe?
Yes.
That kind of question? Is it another universe?
No, that's the question. That's what caused my brain to go, wait, what? So our whole space and everything is our universe, correct?
Right.
Space is part of our universe.
To us, the universe is the biggest thing. There's...
What are we expanding into, Tim?
Just nothingness.
What do you mean nothingness?
Well, because the universe is the biggest thing we know, and it keeps getting bigger.
No.
But where is it going? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so it ends, but it's expanding.
So if the universe is getting bigger, what's getting smaller?
Right.
That it's pressing into.
What are we moving? Wait.
Colby, stop. I have a headache now.
No, that's exactly it. What Tim, are we a like, are we in a petri dish and we're just expanding? Like, we're just growing?
Colby, conversations with you make me want to do drugs.
Like, that's my question.
Are we a petri dish?
Yeah, are we a petri dish?
Is our universe a petri dish?
Yes, and it's just, we.
Well, if it's in a petri dish, it can't expand because the petri dish is only so big.
But it can expand until it reaches the end of the petri dish. What if this means that, no, wait, Tim, here it gets dumber. You know, everybody was talking about a flat Earth. What if it's a flat universe?
Well, then nothing would be three-dimensional.
No. It could be, we could be three-dimensional in it, but the whole thing's just, it's expanding. Is it expanding like up and down and side to side?
Okay, so okay. I actually know a little bit about this.
No, you don't.
No, I do. No. I follow this really hot chick on social media. Her name is Astro Alexandra. She's an physicist. And all she does is discuss these weird, cool things about the universe and the Earth, and she's smoking hot. That's why I pay attention.
Uh-huh.
So watching her over the past few years, I know for a fact that, like, you've seen pictures of the solar system, right? So it's big in the middle and then it's like disc shaped.
Uh-huh.
Well, there are other solar systems. So you would call that a flat, like it's a disc.
Uh-huh.
It's a flat solar system. There are other solar systems and galaxies that aren't shaped like that. They're round, like balls, like huge balls.
Mark
I just said balls so many times. My balls hurt. So my question was always, okay, well, if all these galaxies and solar systems and everything are shaped like that, and they're all in this huge area of the universe, if you were to take a snapshot of the universe from the side, like you do these galaxies, right? Like we've seen pictures of the solar system. We know what it looks like. But if you were to try to do that for the entire universe, would it be a disc like that? Or would it just be this huge glob?
Yes.
Think about that.
So again, are we expanding in all directions?
Right. Yes. The answer is yes. We're expanding in all directions.
So we're in a glass of water?
I would call it more of a fart in a closed area. And it's just expanding like your farts do in the studio. Does that make sense?
So we're in a glass of water?
Okay, I don't get your water analogy.
So we're like a little floaty thing in a glass of water?
Well, that would only expand on top of the water, though.
Okay, so we're a submerged thing in a glass of water?
Okay, so think about if you have a glass of water and you drop a little bit of like dye in it, red dye, food dye or whatever, and it fills up the entire capacity of the water.
You heard it here first, folks. Tim says that the universe is going to die.
Oh, no, we already know that.
Okay.
But it's going to be in several trillion years.
I have one more.
Well, our solar system will die first because our sun will die, and our Earth and our solar system will actually die before the actual universe does.
I have another question.
I sound really smart, Colby.
Yeah, but I don't think anything you said was smart.
It's true.
I have another question for you, Tim.
Yes, please shoot.
All right, so this involves that same thing that my brain went in a different tangent after it exploded. So the idea that if you were able to travel the speed of light, like if it was possible, and you were then to be able to go to the Andromeda Galaxy,
which is our closest galaxy that we know of, right?
Right. You could go there, check it out, and then you could come back. The problem is that because of the time factor involved, even though you only felt like you were gone 30 minutes or something like that, or 10 minutes, whatever it is, because a minute there and then you checked it out, however long, like 600, billion years would have passed on Earth.
Okay.
So the idea is if you're able to do that and you're able to go check it out and then come back, there's two outcomes I can see that could happen. One, humans don't exist anymore. The whole Earth has exploded and we've effed this thing up royally. Or two, and I think this is about a 50-50 shot, we've reached some form of godhood and we're all like immortal and stuff, and you get to reap the benefits of all of that. Do you take that trip?
Yep.
Because you could come back and it's over with. It's done.
Or you could come back
and everything's really
in
cool.
the opposite.
Yes.
I will blow your mind even more, Colby. So Andromeda, we just established, or we didn't just establish, we confirmed, is the closest galaxy to the Milky Way.
Correct.
Did you know these two galaxies are gravitationally bound to each other? So they're connected through gravity from that far away, and they are moving towards each other at 3 million miles an hour.
Seems like a lot.
They're moving so however far apart they are, they could crash into each other someday.
Also sounds like the plot to the next Fast and the Furious movie.
Oh, my God. Fast and Furious 17, Andromeda awaits.
You just see Dom driving Saturn. He shifts the gears like 8 times on like a 6-speed.
Wait, he's driving a Saturn?
How many reverses that thing got?
He's driving a Saturn, or
Yes.
he's driving Saturn?
He's driving Saturn. Shifting gears.
Wait, is Dom what is that, Vin Diesel?
Yes.
I never saw any of those movies.
You would enjoy that.
You told me that one of them, they went to space.
I know, and it's great.
Colby.
Dude, you're not watching it because you want it to be scientifically correct. You're watching it for the Michael Bay of.
All right, let me blow your mind with another space fact. Earth and Andromeda, we've been talking about it, traveling back and forth. And we know how fast the speed of light is, right?
Correct.
It takes light at the speed of light. It takes light to travel from Earth to the Andromeda galaxy 2.54 million years.
Correct.
To go from Earth to the Andromeda galaxy.
But if you were to travel at the speed of light, because it shortens the time of
But it would
existence.
take you 2.5 million years.
No, because it shortens the time of existence if you're traveling at that speed.
But does it shorten it that much?
Yes.
Or just by like 1 million years?
No. Again, you could reach it there in like a minute.
I don't think that's a thing.
Dude, don't make me go grab the science guy to tell you about it.
Like even in Star Trek, they can't do that. And we know Star Trek's real.
No, obviously not, because they're traveling in space and then coming back to Earth, and time hasn't passed.
Oh, wait. Listen to this, Colby, from Wikipedia.
Okay, so we know it's true.
While it takes light approximately 2.54 million years to traverse the gulf of space between Earth and the Andromeda galaxy, it would take a much shorter amount of time from the point of view of a traveler at close to the speed of light due to the effects of time dilation. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
The time experienced by the traveler depending on both velocity and the distance traveled. Intergalactic travel for humans is therefore possible in theory from the point of view from the traveler. A rocket that accelerated at standard acceleration due to gravity towards the Andromeda galaxy and started to decelerate halfway through the trip would arrive in 28 years from the reference of time of the traveler. WTF, Colby?
Yes. And again,
I could have left when I graduated high school, and I would have been at the Andromeda galaxy like 5 years ago.
if you had something that could,
Think my Mercedes will do it? No,
Don't.
my 2000 Mercedes won't do it.
No, well, do we want to do what day is it, or do we want to just go
No.
straight into sports talk?
What day is it? I don't even know what that segment means, Colby.
All right.
I'm having too much fun talking about time travel and space travel now.
You know what? We might have to get back into that.
28 years.
I know we've got a few people that are waiting on our Cowboys.
Yeah, we got to do Cowboys talk. I guess we should probably do the open too, huh? If I remember how to do
Even though
that.
I don't know the cue now, because I don't have a computer screen to tell me when the title
Oh,
card
that's
comes
right. I promise I will fix that for you before the next show. All right. But I will cue you with this.
And now it's time for the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Sports Reports.
Colby, there's sports.
There is sports, and there's things that have happened that have irritated a lot of people.
I was one of said people, but I will also tell you now, what are we, 5 days since the announcement? By the way, have we ever had a Dallas Cowboys head coach reveal / announcement on a Friday evening?
We have not, because they knew.
So the great Tex Schramm is the one that invented this. Literally, I've done research on this because I talked about it on the JP show a couple days ago. Of news organizations, companies releasing bad news, whatever you want to call it, on a Friday night. And Tex Schramm said that they started that with the Cowboys organization because at the time, remember, the news cycle was much different than it is now.
Right.
If you release bad news on a Friday night, it's too late for the Saturday papers. On Sunday, you have the game. And on Monday, everyone's talking about the game on Sunday. And by Tuesday, it was old news and nobody cared. And literally, companies started firing people on Fridays because of this. Like, that was the thing. Invented by Tex Schramm and the Catchers, like they invented cheerleaders. We can thank them for that. But they decided to release the news that Brian Schottenheimer is your new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Colby. And we haven't done a ton of shows due to scheduling conflicts and stuff since this whole coaching search thing has been going. I had my thoughts about who I wanted to see here.
Uh-huh.
I didn't really have a favorite.
I did.
I had guys that I would have been more excited about than other guys, but I don't think I had one guy where I said, I want him when this whole thing started. There's one guy right now still to this day, I never want to see him back on the sidelines of the Cowboys, and it looks like he may be going to New Orleans in Kellen Moore.
Oh.
So there was one guy that I said I absolutely don't want him. And I will tell you, the Brian Schottenheimer thing fell at the time into the category of, holy crap, this is the biggest give-up hire I've ever heard of in my life. And to tease, because I want to hear your thoughts on all of this before I get further into it, I've come off of that stance a little bit.
Okay.
And we can get into that. But what were your initial thoughts here as you learned the news?
Working my way up to it, we had the idea that Mike McCarthy was offered, hey, come groom Jason Witten. We had that floating about, the idea about Deion Sanders probably, can do something here.
Right.
That was, of course, very, titillating.
Right.
Just from the fact that we do a podcast. That was just going to be story after story after story.
With either Deion or Jason Witten, really.
It sure was.
Either one.
But I think Deion would have been even more because of just the press conferences would have been epic. And with all that, learning that there might have been a possibility of the one that you absolutely didn't want to be here to come be the head coach and doing background on said situation,
right?
That's who I wanted, was Kellen Moore.
Okay.
100%. Just from hearing background. And I thought maybe even Kellen Moore was kind of like, as soon as his playoffs are over, then that's when we'll start to hear things.
Right.
And then out of the blue, the Vegas odds change. And it's like Brian Schottenheimer's like almost the lock in Vegas. And this is like, 4 or 5 days before he was announced?
His name never even popped up into my thoughts of a possible candidate.
My immediate reaction to hearing that was, oh, please, God, no. Oh, please, God, no.
Yeah.
This sounds and feels like Dave Campo again. It's the guy that's on your staff that nobody else even thought to interview or asked to interview this guy for head coach.
Zero interviews in this cycle, right, for a head coach.
You right now, by the way, the two coaches that you let go in order to keep McCarthy an extra year, one of them's the offensive coordinator for a Super Bowl-bound Philadelphia Eagles team.
Okay.
The other guy that you let go led the Washington Commanders to an NFC championship game. These coaches were in-house as of what? Like a year ago?
Kellen Moore 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And Dan Quinn last year.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Right?
Yeah, because Kellen went to
L.A. first.
LA
the
first.
Chargés. After Mike McCarthy stabbed him in the back and kicked him out of town.
Yeah, because his offense is what was wrong. His want to go for points and all that. Yeah. By the way, even at that time, kids, we never actually saw his whole offense because he was just running Mike McCarthy's playbook.
Yep.
And
I still don't think he's a good coordinator.
we haven't seen
That's
it.
a conversation for another day.
We haven't seen it, but yeah, that's a conversation for a different day. Then Schottenheimer's hired, and you lose who I think should have been up for your defensive coordinator, and Al Harris.
Al Harris. We've talked about that. You and I are both huge fans of Harris.
So you lose
And now he's
him.
in Chicago.
By the way, all the people that you lost through this, including Al Harris, that you're like, okay, yeah, we can let him go, immediately snatched up by other teams.
Yep.
Immediately snatched up by other teams. The head coach that you had trouble and actually thought about bringing back, nobody wanted to hire.
He had interviews.
Nobody wanted to hire, Tim.
By the way, it is official. Mike McCarthy is taking off 2025 to
He's never going to coach again as a head
He'll
coach.
coach in 2026. I think he
He'll
will.
never coach again as a head coach.
Okay, I think he will.
Nobody's buying that crap anymore.
He might have been hired in Chicago if Jerry would have let him interview.
By the way, Chicago, the best hire at head coach.
Ben Johnson.
Yes.
Ben Johnson might be the biggest failure of this entire cycle, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Well, the best hire.
But again, by the way, I'm ranking my head coaching hires in this cycle. For I'll do that on Wednesday because the Saints still don't have a coach.
Right.
But they'll have one by Wednesday, and I'm gonna rank my head coaching hires for this cycle.
I won't get into that just yet.
Kellen Moore's up for that job.
I know. He probably won't end up taking it.
No, he shouldn't. Why would you?
It's a horrible situation.
Yep. But it's a weak division.
So, but then you get to Schottenheimer and you start trying to dig in some of the good sides of this hire. You start looking at when he was in actual control of an offense and it was what, Seattle? It's the last time he was in actual control of an offense?
He was in actual control of an offense in Seattle under Pete Carroll,
Correct.
which is a little bit exciting.
It is a little bit exciting because that offense was heavy run, play action pass, and Russ finally got to cook. And we found out Russ was a big bum.
Yep.
So,
Well, I don't know if he's a bum.
yeah, he's a bum.
I mean, I won't argue with that, but yeah, okay.
He's a bum. So he got really good work out of a bum quarterback. That's not bad. That's not
I
bad.
don't think he was always a bum quarterback.
No, he's a bum.
He went to 2 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah, with the Legion of Boom and
That's a good defense.
yeah, and a beast of a run game.
And at the time, Wilson was more of a running quarterback too.
Correct.
So gotcha.
He's a bum now.
All right. I won't dispute that.
So I'm going to tell you what irritates me before I get into the good points because I have to get this off my chest. This is, again, are we still the Dallas Cowboys? It doesn't feel like it. Because why are we, the Dallas Cowboys, one of the richest sports organizations in the world, and the salary cap doesn't affect your coaching staff? Why is it that we are in the bargain bin for our coaches?
You know the answer to that.
Yes, I know the answer, but it's wrong. It's all of a sudden Jerry turns into Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob when it comes to his head coaches, and I'm effing tired of it.
I think a lot of people are. A lot of Cowboys fans are.
This is the Cowboys. We should be.
It should be the premier head coaching job in the league.
It should be.
Yeah.
It's
a joke.
You should be on not even looking at the store aisles. You should be looking at the item on display, right? You should be in the middle of the showroom getting your head coach. And we're not. We're in the bargain bin next to Bad Boys 5.
Legally Blonde 3.
Iron Eagle 8.
We just talked about Lou Gossett Jr. on the golf show.
I heard. That's the reason. That's the reason why Iron Eagle 8 came out of my mouth. And
Gossett Jr.
It's sad because Brian Schottenheimer doesn't deserve all this vitriol.
He doesn't, and that to me, that's part of the sadness of this whole thing.
It really is.
Brian Schottenheimer got 0 looks from every other team in the NFL that was looking for a coach,
Right.
or that was looking for an offensive coordinator. He got 0 looks for either position. He's been an assistant for 25 years. Started under his dad, of course. Now he's got a great football pedigree.
Yes.
Marty Schottenheimer, maybe one of the greatest coaches in the NFL that never won a Super Bowl. And I put him up there with Andy Reid before Andy Reid went on his run in Kansas City. Of the greatest coaches to never win a Super Bowl. So, look, I don't have any doubt that Brian Schottenheimer knows football. And I have no doubt that Brian Schottenheimer knows offenses. One of the drawbacks people are going to say is 25 years, and however long it's been, 10 years as an OC, he's never called plays. He called plays for 4 months in Jacksonville after Urban Meyer was fired 2 years ago, whatever, on a completely dysfunctional team, clearly, because Urban Meyer worked for him.
Right.
I totally called that, by the way. Part of me says I wanted a guy with experience calling plays. And now the longer I've thought about this, and look, when I heard the announcement on the Friday, I was totally underwhelmed. I was not surprised at all. No, not surprised
it's
at
not
all.
Surprised, no.
I just said, because already by the time they announced it, I already didn't care. I was already, just name somebody. I don't even care anymore. I just want to know who the coach is. And when they said Brian Schottenheimer, I was like, all right, well, here we go. Like literally, I didn't care. The more I have thought about it, I have a little more excitement. Just because I was so ready for something new.
No, it's going to be new because ain't nobody ever seen this before because it ain't ever been seen.
But do I expect good things to? And so what's funny is I'm like, all right, so next year, 6-11, and we'll get into our picks later after camp and all of that for the season. And I'm sure it's not going to be good.
I mean,
and look when if I decide and predict this team's going to go 6-11. 5-12, about 10% of that will lie at the hands of Brian Schottenheimer as the coach. I will not blame him for hardly any of it because this all lies at the hands of one person. When you look at the offseason they had last year, one free agent signing. Eric Hendricks was pretty good.
it was.
They signed one. They are in salary cap hell right now. The great Norm Hitzges on our network on FanStream Sports. His Monday episode was about how he would work this offseason. And the first thing he said he would do if he was the GM of the Cowboys is you go to Dak and you go to CD. Yeah, we're going to need some money back. He wanted Dak to take back about $10 million a year. I think 50 is good for you instead of 60. We need that money. And he wanted CD Lamb to take back about $7 to $8 million a year.
I don't think that's going to happen.
It's not going to happen for either guy. And the contracts have gotten them in salary cap trouble. Their lack of, as a front office, their lack of foresight at what positions you needed to keep up with. The guys you let go on defense last offseason when Dan Quinn left and he took a bunch of guys with him to Washington. It hurt, dude. This defense sucked.
Yeah.
And you know what? We talked about it on this show. I predicted Washington would win the division, okay? I thought they would be really, really good. They were really, really good. And a lot of it was because of their defense. There's some guy named Jaden Daniels, by the way, that's going to win Rookie of the Year. He was good, too. But most of those guys, Dante Fowler was their leading sacker. Played for the Cowboys last year. He had like 6 sacks.
If only their team could stop the run.
Well, I don't know if anybody can stop Saquon. And we'll get into Super Bowl talk next week. I don't want to get into that now because I'm going to throw up because the Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're not going to win it, though. So
No, exactly. It's not hard to figure that out. But look, I'm going to have the same level of excitement going into the Cowboys season that I have every year the last, I won't say 29 years, because for 5 or 6 years after they won the Super Bowl, I was still excited. Like, they have a chance. Except for when Troy Aikman started sucking. A lot of people don't remember this, dude. I'm the biggest Troy fan. Troy's last 2 or 3 seasons in the league, dude, he was just bad. He was bad.
Well, yeah, because
he had no offensive line.
He had some brain swelling.
He didn't have, oh my God, now we know, right? CTE. Yeah. He had nobody to throw the ball to. But all of his throws were just, I can remember watching Cowboys games in like 1999.
Yes.
2000, thinking, for the love of God, Troy, hang it up. Like, I was done with Troy. He was that bad.
Then he threw that one pass to Ishmael. You were like,
against the Redskins in overtime.
Yes, he's back.
That was 1999. That was a season opener in 1999.
Yeah, I know.
They went to overtime, and yeah, he threw that freaking bomb. The first play of overtime to Rocket. Dude, I can still see that in the blue jerseys, by the way. God, those are great jerseys.
Those are awful jerseys.
I love those jerseys.
They need to be burned.
No, I love them. But I will go into it with the same level of sordid excitement that I have every year. I'll be anxious to see what they do. They need to fix the running game. They need to fix the offensive line. Is Trayvon Diggs going to play?
Probably not.
He's hurt again. Should they just freaking trade or release Trey? I'm done with Trayvon Diggs.
I'm not.
He's making way too much money anyway. But, dude, there's so much wrong with this team. And I have zero faith that the front office can fix it. You can't fix it in 1 year for sure. So I don't even know. What's Brian Schottenheimer's contract? Was it 3 years? 5 years?
It was 4 years.
4 years? All right. So if all things go perfect for the Cowboys in every draft for the next 3 years, they might be good in Brian Schottenheimer's last year of his contract.
No.
Maybe.
No, it'll take 2 losing seasons.
You are not for him to be gone.
No. For him to finally have a good team.
All right, let me ask you this, Colby.
Uh-huh.
Does Brian Schottenheimer make it 4 years in Dallas?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
So they go 3-14 next year.
I don't think they're going 3-14 next year.
Okay, I said 6-11.
I think they'll be close, if not better than what they were this year.
What was their record? I don't even remember.
It's like 7-9, 7 and whatever.
7-10?
Yeah, something like that.
And you've got to deal with Philadelphia and Washington,
Yes.
who are only getting better.
And a third-place schedule,
Okay.
which puts you against some lessers.
All right. You're going to play, I don't know, teams like New Orleans,
Yeah.
the Raiders. Like, I don't know what we know the opponents, but I don't care. I'm not looking at them. We won't get the full schedule until like March or May or something. It's ridiculous the way they do that. So, all right, I'm you know what? I don't even know who they're playing or what schedule. I'm going to say 6-11 on the high side.
I think you end up with like 8, maybe 9 wins.
All right, and you're going to have Philly and Washington battling out for the division.
Unless you're smart. If you're
And
smart,
you
tank.
tanking for Arch.
Yep. You damn right I'm tanking for Arch.
What are you in it? Well, because you're a UT fan. Look, you're a UT fan. I'm a Manning fan. I love Arch. I hate seeing him in orange. It just makes me want to pee.
I don't know if that's an answer.
I don't either. But I have to pee, so I said it. And by the way, there's speculation, but they're not going to be bad enough to get Arch next year.
Not unless you plan it.
They're not going to go 2-15 next year.
Not unless you plan it.
Dude, I would love it. But Jerry's number one. Jerry's not that smart to take on purpose.
He's not. And that would be the ultimate. That'd be the ultimate.
And then what are you going to do with Dak? You still owe Dak 2 more years at $60 apiece.
Yeah.
Or 3.
I think it's 2.
I don't think his new contract starts until this year.
Oh.
Let's go look that up. Because he still had to play out his old contract before he got to the extension. which I think starts this year. Like that 4 years, 60 a year, I think that's this year. Let's see. It's not Dak Prescott-y. Dakota Rain Prescott. By the way, Colby, do you like Dak Prescott?
You know what? Yeah, as a leader, yes, I do.
Yeah. That starts in 2025.
So we get the new contract next year.
Colby, his cap hit in 2025.
Yeah.
Would you care to hazard a guess?
I don't want to.
Because I knew that he restructured his new deal already. It hadn't even taken effect, and they had to go in and fix it. Colby, Dak Prescott's cap hit in 2025, $89.896 million.
We're going to have to restructure that again.
That's 33% of the entire salary cap.
We're going to have to restructure that again.
2026 will be 68 million. 2027 will be 62 million. 2028, which is the last year of his 4-year, $236 million contract, he has a $71 million cap hit, or you cut him, a $17 million dead cap.
You cut him.
There's no way he plays in 2028 for Dallas.
You cut him.
If you cut him after next season, it's a $62 million cap hit.
You cut him.
I mean, you just eat it, right?
You just cut him.
If you have something better.
That's.
By the way, just out of curiosity, Colby, if you cut him this year, his dead cap hit $195 million. I've never seen a dead cap hit of $195 million.
So you can't cut him next year.
Can't cut him next year.
That's a bad idea.
He's going to play. Just bench him or something.
No, you go ahead and let him play.
Oh, my God, dude.
I love Dak. That's great. Awesome.
I love Dak, dude.
He needs a better offensive line. He needs a running game.
The problem is now, how old is Dak? Dak's 33? He's 31 years, 6 months. So when the season starts, he's going to be 32.
Right.
His best opportunity to be good was in his mid-20s with this team.
No, you're right.
He's not going to get better.
Sure he is.
And but look, dude, you always say I hate Dak. I don't hate Dak. I just wanted Dak to be better. And he just wasn't, man. By the way, I did this a long time ago. I think Dak's rookie season. I wrote a story about Super Bowls and the quarterbacks that Super Bowl winning, the numbers that Super Bowl quarterbacks wore.
I hate you so much.
Like Dak's rookie year, because everybody's like, oh, he's going to take us to the Super Bowl. Colby, there's been one quarterback in the history of the league that won a Super Bowl in the number 4.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. One.
That's all it takes.
And so I was very tongue-in-cheek at the time. You know, I was like, so Cowboys fans, just don't get your hopes up. Boom! I was right. By the way, do you know what the number was of the most for the quarterbacks that had the most Super Bowl wins? It's pretty easy.
I don't know.
12.
Probably.
Between Roger, Terry Bradshaw, and Tom Brady. Like over a third of the Super Bowls that have ever been won were number 12s.
So that's our Marty Schottenheimer Sun Talk.
What we talked about, Brian. Look, and I want good things to happen for the Cowboys. I want good things to happen for Brian Schottenheimer.
Well, it's not.
It's not going to happen.
It's not. The best thing that can happen is that we just lose our ass for the next 3 years and build something.
So if you lose your ass next season, you can get Arch.
Oh, yeah.
Or Dylan Gabriel. Oh, wait, he's this year.
You'd want
Dude, did you hear, before we end football talk, because, Senior Bowl and practice and all that stuff's going on right now.
Yeah, by the way, your coach isn't in it.
Yeah.
He's not there.
Not there.
Mm-mm.
So Jerry's not there.
Can I add real quick to my dream list, though? Because we still have an offensive coordinator's position that's open.
Yeah? That's not going to matter?
No. It would matter if my dream list would happen.
Okay.
The dude from the offensive line coach from Arizona. I would love.
Oh, I know. We talked about him today.
I would love to have him show up as the offensive coordinator.
Clayton Adams?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about him today on the JP show.
And the main reason is because if you look what that offensive line did in Arizona and what they grew to,
Best part of the team.
and you can get that guy to come coach up your youngins
They made Kyler Murray look like a serviceable quarterback.
and turn the talent that this place has, not the actual on the field production, but the talent that you have at offensive line,
I agree.
mixed with that as your coach and running game coordinator, and you add that with the shot style of running play action pass, which is, from what I understand, the bread and butter of his idea behind offense, and shooting it deep. You add that in, and that could actually look like something. So if a wish list was out there, that's my guy.
And everything that's going to happen with the Cowboys, if they're going to find any measure of success next year, it's going to be because of the assistants, right? It's going to be because of who, Zim's gone.
Right.
Zim ain't coming back. He's retiring for good. It's, and again, Schottenheimer, we don't know. We think he's going to be bad. We don't know if he's going to be bad.
No.
You don't know that for sure.
Could be great.
Liam Cohen, the OC in Tampa Bay last year that gave Baker Mayfield another career year with freaking 42 touchdown passes and 14 interceptions, whatever. It's a very Baker year. They fought over him to go to Jacksonville. Well, we don't know if he's going to be a good coach. He's never been a head coach. And he's only called plays on the college level and then last year in Tampa Bay. Ben Johnson, your guy.
I think is going
never
to
been a head coach. And see, I don't. I think he's going to go the way of one of my favorite assistant coaches ever, Norv Turner. Great offensive mind, great offensive coordinator. Couldn't head coach a football team to save his life. And I hear that they are very, very, very similar people. And that's why I say I don't believe in Ben Johnson. It's just because of things I've heard about his mannerisms and the way that he leads men and the way he leads a team. I don't know.
I had questions about that until I heard his press conference of him talking and the way he talked. And it just was like, never mind, he can communicate.
Yeah, and that's important.
He's an offensive genius and can communicate. And by the way, even though you disagree, I think they have a really talented quarterback that needs some grooming. And
if anybody can help him, it's Ben Johnson.
And I think that's the perfect fit.
All right. We'll see.
You might actually see a quarterback in Chicago, which I don't know. That's just messed up.
Hasn't ever happened before.
Jay Cutler owns all their records in some kind of crap.
Yeah. And yet Jim McMahon won the last Super Bowl for the only Super Bowl for the Bears.
And it was because of the gotcha guns and the headband.
It was the headband and William Perry, right?
Right.
And I mean, Walter Payton might have had something to do with that team.
Maybe.
What did he ever do? He doesn't even own the career rushing record anymore.
Right.
Loser. Stay hard, by the way. By the way, Walter Payton, as awesome of a football player he was, pretty good IndyCar team owner too, Colby Sapp. Probably didn't know that, did you?
And that's our Brian Schottenheimer talk.
Yeah. Kind of was.
Crap. It was
IndyCar and Walter Payton.
That segment was basically somebody put oil all over the twister board. We were everywhere.
Colby, are we going to play Naked Twister later?
No, we're not playing it today.
Have you ever played Naked Twister?
Yes.
Oh, we have comments. I should probably look at comments. Oh, never mind. It's nobody important.
Oh.
Some guy named Gary Light.
Oh. What's up, G?
I don't even know what it was. It was 10 minutes ago. He said not worth it and worst contract. Oh, he's probably talking about Dak.
Oh, yeah.
Worst contract in franchise history?
He hates Dak so much.
Well, you know what, Gary? Dak probably hates you too.
I mean, if you heard half the words that he said about him.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. It's been bad. It's been bad for a while.
It's unfortunate for Gary.
He's really, really disgruntled Cowboys fan, and he likes to blame it all on the quarterback.
So he's typical Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
So look, if you're going to be a Cowboys fan in this day and age, you have to be the realistic Cowboys fan like me. All right? Just lower your freaking expectations and you won't be disappointed.
Listening to to him talk while we're playing games and
Y'all
whatnot.
do Cowboys talk while you're playing?
It's basically like I'm having to try and deal with the fan text all over again.
Oh, that would be so great, dude.
Because it's just the same crap over and over again.
All right, so here's what we have to do.
He is the fan text to me now.
I'm going to put his name in my phone as fan text. I mean, not that he ever texted me, but, just if he ever did, it's just going to say fan text. So here's what we need to do, Colby. We've been talking about expanding the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show and doing it in different places. I wanted to do a Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show from a hot tub somewhere.
Right?
I mean, I want to do it naked, but you'll never agree to that. Surrounded by awesome chicks.
Yeah, but we'll both, we're never being naked in the same place.
You mean again?
No.
That might have been a dream. One of the other places we have to do a Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show from is gaming.
Okay.
Like, I'll come join your crew, right? And I'll do the best I can gaming. Like, you guys, Pac-Man, Atari 2600, that's my forte. Might have been a little bit of Joust, Q*bert thrown in there, all right? I'll do my best in your Call of Thrones game that you play together all the time.
Okay.
Or whatever it's called, Call of Halo. But you and I have to do sports talk around all of it.
Okay.
And like everybody else will be chirping in, and that's cool. But you and I have to try to keep it focused while we're playing on sports talk. Cowboys talk, Rangers, Stars, whatever. Just not Mavs. They're really bad, Colby.
By the way,
I mean, that would be a fun episode, maybe.
Saturday morning after the announcement,
Yeah.
I fire up my game in the morning, and I had people jumping in my lobby just to blame me for the hiring of Brian Schottenheimer.
Colby 1053.
Yeah.
See if you change your handle, they would be able to find you.
So.
Fanstream Colby. Wow.
So there you are. Crap.
Please take us to break, for the love of God.
So coming up next, it's going to be a mixed fire of Mystery Shotgun and your Good, Bad, and the Ugly birthdays, because we're going to take 2 breaks now because it's time.
So bad.
All right. So that's all coming up next on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
For more than 3 decades, Bob's Steak and Chop House has remained an icon of DFW restaurants. Why? Well, maybe it's because of Bob. He's fanatical about cleanliness and friendliness, and his food, oh my Lord, his food. If you've been there, you know about it. If you haven't been there, you should know about it. The original Bob welcomes you at either of his 2 locations, Bob's on Lemon Avenue or the sparkling new Bob's at Craig Ranch McKinney.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fan Stream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show right here on Fan, the Stream, the Sports.
What up?
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Hump day.
Hump day! I am enjoying all of the Tomstown vodka, Colby, the Red Bull. I ran out of Red Bull, so I had to throw in a splash of my Sprite Zero with the Red Bull and vodka.
Okay.
To try to keep the buzz going, because I feel like we're doing a good show right now. It's a really good show.
You know, you start to get drunk and things get better, right?
They get better looking, definitely. So is that a thing? Like, you know, when you're drinking at a bar, and the more you drink, the better the girls look around you, right?
Pretty much.
I mean, we all know that's an actual thing, because there's a whole thing of you go home with a girl when you're drunk, you wake up and you're like, what the hell did I just do? So I was never on that side of it. I was always the one that they woke up to going, what the hell did I just do? Like, I was that guy.
Right.
But do you think when you drink more, you look better to yourself?
No.
Like, you don't get drunk. I know you don't do this anymore, but back in the day, you'd go to the bar. We'd be at a fan remote, and me and you doing all the JMO.
Uh-huh.
And I was also drinking the Miller Lite at the time. You had to behave because you were on the air, even though I tried so hard to get you hammered when you were on the air. Tried so many times. But you were a good employee, and you only did so many shots. Sorry, Spittle. He doesn't work there anymore. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right. Can't do anything about it now, boss.
But I would go into the bathroom after 17 or 18 JMO shots, and I would sometimes pee in the sink because I was confused.
Uh-huh.
But I would look in the mirror, and I would make eye contact with myself as I'm peeing in the sink at a bar and think, dude, I am good looking. I'm a catch.
You think that's sober?
That I'm a catch or that I'm good looking?
I think a lot of times both, unless you're being really down on yourself.
Yeah, I try not to get down on myself very much. It's not a lot of fun. But it happens. It does happen. Sometimes I go to a bar and I pee in the sink.
Okay.
And I make eye contact, and I make eye contact with myself, and I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot.
That's also true.
Nobody wants you. No one will have you. Go hit on that fat wildebeest at the bar. She has to take you home. She has no other options. And so I'll do that.
And that's the one that will turn you down more than likely.
And then she won't even take me home.
Yeah.
So then I have to go home alone, Colby.
Which is not oftentimes, just because of how many times I get the weird text from somebody named Tim. It's usually when I'm like, all right, I'm calling it a night, and Tim is texting me with, guess where I'm at?
I don't know. Find me.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am. It's like an apartment, but there's an ocean. I don't remember how I got here. I don't know who lives here.
I'm going streaking.
We're going streaking by the quad. I'm going mudding by myself, Colby.
That's gross, and you should not do that. As we somehow get from all that to Tim about to play the open for the good, bad, and the ugly.
I need a pen, Colby. I can't write stuff down. Where's my pen?
And
I moved all the stuff around.
Just play the open for the good, bad, and the ugly.
Can you reach that pen right there?
Why?
No, for me.
You don't. So you can play the open for the good, bad, and the ugly.
Caught it.
Yes.
I'm C.D. Lamb.
No, you're not.
Yeah, he didn't catch anything.
No, he catches everything.
No, I have to write down the names for good, bad, and ugly.
Oh, gotcha.
Now, do you remember how the segment works?
Well, I've already got them written down in front of me, Tim.
I
So
know, but I
need a
don't.
pen.
Wait, what's the name of it?
Good, bad, and ugly. That's mystery shotgun. This is the segment. Thank God that Tim played the music where we go through all the people that were born today, and then I make a list of these people that I think are famous enough to make my list. Then I offer that list up to you guys for each one of us to decide, you, me, and Tim separately, who we think the good person, the bad person, and the ugly person are. Sorry. That was stuck. Got through that whole time.
That's what she said.
So here's the list of the famous people that I made for today.
Am I on the list, Cole?
You're not on the list. It's not your birthday. Starting off, turning 64 years old today. He has a very popular disease named after him. Steve Sachs.
Did they name Lou Gehrig's disease after him?
No, it was Steve Sachs disease.
I've never heard of Steve Sachs disease.
It's unable to throw it to first.
Oh, the yips.
That's the Steve Sachs disease.
I've never heard it called that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. Dude, that is so weird, right? Like how that's a thing?
Yes. That you can throw it everywhere but first.
But first.
Can't
or like
throw it
when
to
a
first.
catcher gets the yips and he can't throw it back to the pitcher.
Right.
That's so weird how your brain works that way, where it's just a block.
The first time I heard it called Steve Sachs disease is when it happened to Chuck Knobloch.
Oh, I remember that.
And somebody was like, he's got Steve Sachs disease.
Former Aggie great.
I was like, all right.
That's so weird, man. Just how your body just shuts it down and says, nope, not doing it.
Mm-mm. Something you've done routinely your whole baseball career.
I thought maybe he invented the saxophone.
No. Damn it. Not a disease, but there was something wrong with his spine, according to one MasterCard commercial, as it's Dominic Hasek's birthday. He's 59 years old.
Thank you, Dominic Hasek, by the way, for the Dallas Stars 1999 Stanley Cup.
Slinky for a spine, though.
Dude, he was really good, too. For him to never have won a cup. I feel like so if you were a hockey fan back then, like in the 90s, Ed Belfour, when he was in Chicago, had that stigma, like he's really, really awesome, but he'll never win a cup.
Right.
Until he got to Dallas. Dominic Hasek kind of developed that later. He had some great playoff performances, went to the finals against Dallas, obviously. Game 6, triple overtime. Brett Hull in the crease.
And it still counted, so I don't care.
Yeah, it still counted. Brett Hull, by the way, in the game on that shift because Yuri Lettinen had his skate untied.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuri Lettinen was supposed to be on that shift, and he was on the side, on the bench, tying his skate. So they sent Hull out there, and he scored the goal.
Damn right.
I love hockey.
Another guy that sometimes gets the yips behind the three-point line, one Maxi Kleba's birthday. He's 32.
God, is he really?
Yep.
Has he ever done, Colby?
He's just a good German on a Dallas team.
He is. My Maxi Kleba story was, it was so funny. So my kid, Zach, when he was in high school, was in the German club. And they all won a chance to go, holy shit, it's lightning like nuts outside behind you.
I mean, I hope nuts and lightning
There's
never happened to me.
Nuts that are lightning in between the nuts. You hear it? I can
did.
hear it, yeah, on the microphone. So Zach's German club had a chance to go see the Mavericks and a post-game interview session with Dirk Nowitzki, who was, wrapping up his career, a few years ago, obviously. And What's funny is, so the entire thing was supposed to be held in German. Like, that was the whole point, the German club going to meet Dirk. And I was sitting there next to him, and we're all courtside. We all moved down. He comes out after his shower. He's in his street clothes. And Maxi comes out with him. Obviously German. I think they're from the same town.
Yes.
And Maxi comes out. Dude, Maxi was just like a little kid. His eyes were this big still, like just he's looking around like people are asking Maxie questions about Dirk. Like, what's it like to hang out with Dirk all the time, you know? And he was just like, why are these people talking? He had no idea. Like, why are these people talking to me? Like, Dirk's right here. Ask Dirk what it's like to be hanging out, you know, with Dirk, you know, and stuff. He had no freaking clue why anybody was interested in anything he had to say. He just didn't get it. He was just that young and naive and just like, he didn't get like, you're a freaking NBA player. These kids want to talk to you too. And he wasn't even supposed to be there.
Right.
Like Dirk just talked into coming out because he's German, right?
Right. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
But it was really cool. Dirk was acting like the big brother and Maxie was the little brother. It was a really, really fun night. And I got to see a side of Dirk that, you know, you don't get to see much, you know, off the court and stuff. It was really cool though. And ever since then, I've always liked Maxie. I wish good things for him. I wish he'd win a title.
56 years old today. If he was in a movie and he was the main character, well, it probably was bad. But if he was a side character, it's probably pretty good. One Ed Burns.
Has he ever been the main character?
In a really bad movies, yes.
What was he a main character in?
Don't make me have to go look up his filmography, sir.
Oh, I know. All of the Hangover movies. Oh, that's Ed Helms.
Yes.
Why am I getting Ed Helms and Ed Burns mixed up? I like Ed Burns.
There was a few, like, sci-fi.
27 Dresses. He was in Shaving Private Ryan's.
Yeah, he wasn't the main character. Hold on.
The Groomsman. Oh, he was in some bad movies, dude.
Yes.
All right. Oh, God, he's 57. I don't know any of these movies he was in. Man on a Ledge.
Like Ash Wednesday with Elijah Wood. He's like a headliner in that.
Okay. I've never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for Kitty. I've seen 27 Dresses. That's the only movie I've seen out of any. Oh, Summer Days, Summer Nights. I saw that too. I didn't even know he was.
John Forsythe passed away in 2010.
Charlie.
From
Charlie's Angels, Colby.
John Forsythe.
He was the voice of Charlie on the speaker in the TV show Charlie's Angels. He was also obviously the male lead, the patriarch in Dynasty in the 80s.
She looks like a Gilbert. Sarah Gilbert, 50 years old today.
Lesbian.
Like Gilbert just matched her.
Can I say that?
Yes.
Sarah Gilbert?
Yes.
Lesbian. Sister to Melissa Gilbert. Did you know that?
No.
From Little House on the Prairie? The little girl in Little House on the Prairie? I never watched it, but I know who Melissa... It was Melissa Gilbert. Sarah Gilbert is her sister, but she was adopted into the family.
Oh.
And a lesbian. Did I say she was a lesbian?
Yes. I don't think it's that big of a deal, Tim.
No, but it's who she is.
That's right.
Just like if you mentioned my name on another show, you would say handsome.
No.
Or incredibly
douchey.
Athletic. Tim.
Heather Graham.
Yes, finally.
Turns 55 years old. American woman.
What? What was that?
She was in the video. Lenny Kravitz remade American Woman.
Yeah. From the Guess Who, a Canadian band, oddly enough. And of course, claim to fame, Austin Powers.
Yes.
Dude, she still looks really good for 55.
Of course she does.
I think I could.
No, there's no chance in hell.
I think she's single. I think I could.
No,
if I called her right now.
She would not answer the phone.
I said, Heather, it's Tim with 2 M's.
Yeah, she's still not answering the phone, Tim.
Panties would immediately drop.
Because she's probably taking a deuce.
I might watch her do that. Colby, I might even look at it.
We've gone too far.
You know how I feel about looking at poop. I might look at Heather Graham's poop.
Mark, I don't know when we're going to need that.
Probably in a montage at some point.
Right. Tom Selleck turns 80 years old today.
Holy crap, Magnum P.I.
Yeah, Magnum Pie.
Colby, I had the uncomfortable knowledge in the early 80s before my sainted mother passed away in 1988. I had the uncomfortable and unfortunate knowledge of knowing that Tom Selleck was my mother's celebrity crush.
That's an unfortunate knowledge right there, sir.
Yeah, and she wasn't discreet about it.
Because she had posters of
she had posters, but when the show was on, she would talk about him with an earshot of me and my dad about things she wanted to do to Tom Selleck's mustache. When little Tim's like 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, and I'm literally learning all of my sex education from my mother watching Magnum P.I.
Magnum Pie.
It was very unfortunate, Colby.
She wanted some Magnum Pie.
And then, like, my older brother, who wasn't at home at the time because he's much older than me and already married with kids, would come home with the Tom Selleck mustache. And I'm like, dude, you're going to want to shave that right now. There could be some bad stuff going on in this house that you don't want to be a part of if you look like Tom Selleck.
Yeah, family matters.
I had to totally explain to him what was happening. He's like, man, I'm glad I don't live at home anymore. I'm like, I know. Can I move in with you? I'm going to go find Colby and live with him. Where were you in 1984?
Third grade.
So you're third grade Colby. I'm eighth grade Tim. Think we could have been roommates?
No.
Think we could have shared a room at your parents' house?
1984, the greatest part about 1984 was the Transformers animated movie.
Yeah. I would have watched that with you. And we could have gone shopping for a vacuum cleaner together.
No, I was actually shopping for at the time Rodimus Prime, but all I could find was him in his motorhome form.
Could have gone mudding.
Nope. Not a chance.
In the SUV.
Oprah, 71 years old today. You get a car, and I'm going to jail.
You and I have been very vocal about our willingness at any point in time to have sexual relations with Oprah.
It's a lot of power and money in that clam.
Right, for just a very specific reason. Number one, the power and money associated with that clam.
Yeah.
And then those ham flaps could also open avenues to other things.
It's true.
And it's a great party conversation.
It sure is.
I'd just like to walk into a party and go, yeah, I had sex with Oprah.
Just like,
yeah. I might get a t-shirt. I might still get a t-shirt that says that.
Yeah. You know what?
We should get a show t-shirt that says that.
What's she going to do?
Deny it?
Right.
I have proof.
Well, I got a t-shirt.
Because I got a t-shirt. I can't make the t-shirt if it's not true.
That's right.
Oprah.
And finally, just because every time it's his birthday, so I moved him to number 1.
Of course.
Because we always have conversations about this one guy because he doesn't really have a whole lot of talent, but he's made it real far in life by being colorful and weird. 43 years old today. It's Riff Raff's birthday.
Okay. Who the hell is Riff Raff?
We have this conversation every single year.
Okay, so I have a new reference, though, of Riff Raff. And it's not that Riff Raff. So our good buddy, The Hammer.
What?
Has a new Twitter X account.
Don't count out the A's.
That is, it's Riff Raff. He doesn't have whatever it was, TCU whatever that he used to be. I think he got logged. He probably got shut down, knowing Grego.
Yeah.
But it's his new Twitter handle is like Riff Raff something. So who the hell is Riff Raff, the artist Riff Raff that you know of?
Dude, I have you look him up every single year.
Do you really? I don't
Yes.
remember this. Am I drunk every time?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's an American rapist. Yeah. Is he white?
Kind of.
All right, Colby. Why do I not remember this then every single year?
Every single year we talk about Riff Raff and how can't really tell you what he's done, but there for like one short snippet, he was in everything, like from commercials to everything. Like you couldn't move without being Riff Raff for a little bit. And it was like a week or a month that Riff Raff was the biggest thing ever. And then he just went away and he still makes money off of that week or month to this day.
All right, I'm about to put a picture of Riff Raff up that you can't see.
I can't see because I don't have a computer, folks.
Okay, look, it's temporary. All right, he's wearing a banana tank top.
Uh-huh.
He's got braided hair that is purple.
Yep.
But the braids coming down around his shoulders are green. And he has braces or metal shit in his teeth? What is that?
He's got a grill, Tim.
On his car?
Yes. In his
mouth. And he put it in his mouth?
Yes.
And he's got like ski goggles that he's holding up here.
Correct. I don't know. Was that correct and right at the same time? Correct. By the way, just made up a new word. Yeah, it's riffraff. And every look is different.
I mean, yay you, I guess.
Hey.
Did I ever say that before? Probably not.
No, I don't think you ever cheered for riffraff.
I'm not going to cheer for riffraff, and now my computer monitor is all weird, wonky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you go, riffraff.
So there you are.
Still not as good as Grego.
Well, he's better than Grego because he made the list.
Grego would make it if we knew when his birthday was.
Yeah.
All right, Colby, celebrating Facebook birthdays today. We still attempt to get there in our non-run sheet episode tonight. I would like to say happy birthday to the head of Jacqueline Hearn. She's 33 and a hot. Heather Campana is 42 and a hot. Colby, turning 31 today. Eric Chiafalo.
Whoa, Chief.
Chief is 31.
I should have texted him. I did not.
Yeah, you didn't. Colby, Michelle, on Facebook, she's Wallner, but in my heart, she's Michelle Thedford because she was my 10th grade girlfriend in high school. And when she was my 10th grade girlfriend in high school, she was about 5'4", 110 pounds, with what I could only have thought of at the time as fake boobs. But obviously, when we were in 10th grade, she didn't have fake boobs. But let's just say later in life, she grew into those boobs. Because she got disgustingly fat, and her boobs got smaller.
What happened?
She got fat.
Then they got smaller?
Well, because she grew into them. Like, they're probably the same size, but the rest of her is bigger.
Okay.
So, yeah, there you go, Michelle. I said it on the air, and you said I wouldn't. And Colby, one of my favorite people on the planet Earth. I'll get to her last. Kim Carruthers from school. Her brother, I was friends with her brother, Colby. His name was, guess what his name was?
The Carruthers brothers?
Thor. We called him Thor.
Okay.
He was Thor Carruthers because they named him after his mother's maiden name, which was Hawthorne, and Thor was short for Hawthorne.
All right.
And we called him Thor. I was like, dude, you're in like comic books and cartoons and stuff. The first time I ever saw an Apple II was at his house. I used to go home from school to play Apple II. Beth Lamar from school is 54.
Reading Rainbow.
She played the oboe in middle school in our band. And I still don't know what an oboe is, but it was one of those big, long, like, whatever. She blew on it really good, though. And then Colby, one of my favorite people on the entire planet Earth. I was destined to be with her for the rest of my life since 5th grade. She was when I moved from the colony, or moved from Carrollton to the colony in 5th grade.
Okay.
Changed schools, changed whatever. The colony was brand new, right, in 1981. Diana Mills
Lane
greeted me. She was beautiful. She was smart. We immediately became boyfriend, girlfriend. Of course, I was horrible to her. Even in 5th grade, I was a player, Colby. I'm not going to lie. We went through all of this, went to middle school together, broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together, 8th grade dance, danced all of the slow Chicago songs with her, and I promised her I would never let her go again, and we would be together forever in 8th grade. We barely spoke in high school because I did her wrong so many times.
Right.
But I met her at a class reunion a few years ago, Colby, and her husband now, Shane, is a big fan of our show. He was a big fan of the Drunk Sports Podcast. He was a big fan of 105.3 The Fan. And now she's like, I feel like I have to talk to you again because Shane probably wants you better than me.
Or is the people at home still just staring at Riff Raff this whole time?
Yeah, is that okay? I thought he was popular.
Yeah.
Why? Who texted you?
I'm receiving texts saying to please get that guy's.
They don't like riffraff?
We're talking about other things, not
right.
riffraff.
All right. Well, all right. Diana Mills, happy birthday to you. I love you. We should be together right now.
Diane Mills Lane.
Deanna. Oh, wait. Diana. Forgot her name for a second. Thanks, Colby.
Not a problem.
Gosh, it's going to give me trouble. Anyway, there's all your Facebook birthdays that nobody cares about except for the people I mentioned. You know what, Colby? You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to go first.
All right,
I'm
go
gonna
first.
And you know what else I'm going to do? My good?
It better be riffraff for as long as you left this picture up there.
Riffraff is my freaking good because of that. I don't know why I just did that. I only have one screen. I can't see what I'm doing, Colby. It was going to be Heather Graham just for, reference.
Right.
Heather Graham was my good. But no, it's Riffraff with his, whatever's metal teeth things happening right there for a white person. I've never seen that on a white person.
It's a grill.
Is that really what they're called?
Grills, yes.
But what is it?
It's a grill.
Is it like fake teeth?
It's a grill. It's your grill is got stuff in it now.
But is it just like an insert? You just put it in, or is it like surgically implanted? Or
no, you can go buy grills. You've never heard of the term grills.
Like on a car?
Not like diamond and gold grills.
In your mouth?
Yes.
No. I'm sorry, I should have said in your mouth? No. Can you eat with them?
I'm sorry. Just me and you right now.
Dude, I don't know. I'm as confused about grills as I am crypto.
Sidebar, which means Tim can no longer hear me.
You can't. Sorry, I'll pull my mic down. Go ahead.
The fact that I am working with a dude that swears up and down that he's never heard the term grills before is maddening. That he has no Pulp Fiction awareness to the point of not hearing this. By the way, this big movement started in hip hop, but in Houston, hip hop made it very popular. Really close to here. And he has no idea. And you wonder why sometimes I look like I'm about to go crazy? It's because of things like this. All right, in sidebar.
By the way, you on camera solo the whole time you were doing that.
Well, good.
Hey, look, I'm back.
You are back.
And should we get Riff Raff on the show?
No. He's way too popular for us to even try.
Come on. I'm going to try.
You can try. You going to ask him the whole time about his grill like it's something new and special that's not anymore?
No, that might be the first thing I ask him. Dude, what happened to your metal teeth? Would that be offensive?
No. Yes.
I mean, he knew he had them, right?
That's part of the art form, yes. It's part of the fashion, Tim.
It's a fart form. It's not an art form. All right. Riff Raff is my good, Colby.
Yes.
My bad is I'm trying to read my writing here. All right, it's not Tom Selleck. It's not, you know what? A lot of people who lean a certain political way would want me to vote for Oprah as my bad.
Uh-huh.
And those are my political friends. I'm the same way as those political people. Just like one person on this network who made me take a drop that I have of her off of his show because he didn't want me to play it anymore because it was her.
And total side note, what's up, JP?
Because it was this when we used to have guests, and I would play this.
He's in the building!
One day he was like, dude, can you just lose that? I don't want to hear that shit on my show. I was like, oh, I played on mine. So anyway, no, but she's not my bad, Colby.
Oh.
Because I still want to have sex with her.
Okay.
I hope she can't get pregnant. Colby, my bad is Dominic Hasek.
Why? He gave us a Stanley Cup.
Because he played for that other team.
Yeah, but he legitimized our Stanley Cup by being one of the world's greatest.
Are you vetoing my Dominic Hasek bat?
I'm just asking why. I can't ask why.
Because I can't think of anybody else.
All right.
Wait, who was after him? Oh, that's Maxie Kleber. No, I can't make him a bad.
No.
I can't make Steve Sax a bad. He invented the saxophone.
John
Forsythe can't be a bad. I mean, Ed Burns could be a bad. All right, fine. Dominic, you're saved. Ed Burns is my bad.
All right.
Which means, Colby, my ugly. I couldn't make Riff Raff my ugly because he's my good. Even though I want to have sex with her right now, it's still Oprah is my ugly.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I mean, sure.
Can you still want to have sex with someone if you think they're ugly?
I mean, you've done this many of times, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. Today. I feel like I've done that today.
All right, my good is, well, come on. I mean, how could you not say Heather Graham?
That's what I was going to do until I left fucktard up there on the computer.
I mean, come on. And you're bad?
I want to know who texted you and said that.
Huh?
Who texted you to tell that I forgot that?
Sybil was one of them.
Who are the other 25 people?
Well, the rest of them are most of my gamer friends that also watch our podcast.
All right, you know what? I'll show them.
No,
guess what's going back up there?
Don't put riffraff back up there.
I wish you had a screen right now.
It's our show, not riffraff.
This is no fun without you having a screen.
My bad. It's because of all the pictures that she had with these people that are now going down. How many times you saw her with Puff Daddy? So I'm going Oprah.
I have that somewhere too.
Oprah is my bad.
Daddy.
And my ugly's riffraff because, I mean, come on, look at him. Duh.
Right. Fair enough.
So there you go. I did all the things that Tim wanted to do, but didn't.
Because I couldn't, because of riffraff.
Because you riffraffed your whole segment. So there you are. There is the good, bad, and the ugly.
Is that a verb? I got riffraffed, or I riffraffed myself?
Yes, you riffraffed yourself.
Mark. What are we doing next? Because it's too early to go straight to your...
I got Mystery Shotgun left to do.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're going to your other... Oh, God, you get 2 segments.
I get 3 segments in a row, Tim.
Damn, I'm slacking here, Colby.
This is the Colby Hour. Oh, yeah. Welcome in to Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. It's time to get into a lot of breaking news, and I'm going to start right off with this breaking news. So the time of the Black Panther is after the unfortunate passing of the Black Panther actor
Chadwick Boseman.
That's right, who was T'Challa. We are now confirming that in Black Panther 3, you will have a new Black Panther.
Wait, there was a 2?
Yes.
Was Chadwick Boseman in that one?
No, that's when he was like, he had passed and they had the funeral for him and they introduced Namor and
okay.
I've
never seen any Black Panthers.
Oh, they're really good.
Yeah, no, I always want to. I don't think I knew there was a second one, but I've always wanted to see the first one. I just haven't. I've been busy, Colby.
So there is going to be a Black Panther 3, since the first 2 did so well.
You're right.
Namor's going to return, but also there will be somebody actually playing the Black Panther role.
Isn't it a girl now? I thought it was a girl now.
No, they had... So his sister kind of covered as the Black Panther in this, but she never really took over the full, like, I am the Black Panther situation.
Right.
Because Black Panther 2 is basically just called Wakanda Forever.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I remember. Yeah.
But they're going to have somebody actually be the Black Panther. So theory is that they're going to use the multiverse to pull in another T'Challa that ends up having to just be here.
Right.
And then he will take the mantle of Black Panther and the role here.
It won't be a Grand Moff Tarkin CGI Black Panther?
No. So they're already shooting through actors for this, but so the role of T'Challa, whoever takes this will be T'Challa from another universe, and quite possibly
stuck in now that universe. Okay.
And mainly because in that timeline, more than likely it's going to be a world-ending event. That's probably going to be like your doomsday scenario, which, by the way, is happening in the next Avengers movie. Will be this universe's chance to go through the same doomsday, basically, that kills off these other ones.
Right.
And they're just, the bad guys are moving to our continuity.
Because now we have interdimensional travel.
Right.
That's just commonplace. Get a bus ticket.
Right. Because Loki's just barely holding that S together.
God, so great.
So
Can't wait for that.
So anyway, there are right now, from what I understand, there are like 3 different names that they're looking at that are currently going for the Black Panther role. And John David Washington, this is from My Time to Shine. Hello, David Washington, Kelvin Harris Jr., and Aaron Pierre are just some of the actors that are kind of being eyeballed.
Not Denzel?
No, Denzel's too old, unfortunately. If you had young Denzel, that would be
1992 Denzel?
That'd be great.
He'd ruin it.
That'd be amazing.
What about Michael B. Jordan?
Maybe
too big of a name?
No, because he already played a version of a Black Panther.
Did he?
In Black Panther, yes.
Oh, okay. Again, I haven't seen it. Okay. I was trying to think of popular black actors.
He was the Killmonger in the first Black Panther movie, who ended up, I won't try and spoil it too much, but if you haven't seen it by now, good God, it's been out forever.
I know, I'm sorry.
He ends up sporting a version of the Black Panther armor gear.
Yeah.
Stuff.
It's a badass costume, by the way.
Yes, it always has been a badass costume. The thought was for Wakanda Forever that they might, because of the multiverse, they were starting to crack open at that time. The thought was that maybe they bring Michael B. Jordan's character back from another universe, but in that universe, he's slightly a better person, and have Killmonger actually be the new Black Panther.
Gotcha.
But they haven't really worked any of that out. I think that would be great. And a role that Michael B. Jordan would really do, because in Black Panther movie, I was kind of rooting for Killmonger.
Were you really?
The bad guy. I kind of understood where he was coming from, type of situation.
See, like I rooted for the bad guy in Aquaman. What was that dude's name? With the cool costume and the fish head?
Black Manta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that character.
It's the first time anybody's ever said I kind of liked Black Manta, because in the comic books it was just like, oh crap, another Manta.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, was that bad?
It wasn't great. And of course, if you were sitting there at that time reading an Aquaman comic book, you had no other comic books to read, and I guess you were just going to catch up on that one.
Right.
They weren't really ever that great.
Of course.
When you made it to Aquaman comic books. So for you guys that are waiting on the new Wolverine actor to appear, he's not for like the next 10 years.
Matthew Broderick.
No, he's not appearing for like the next 10 years.
Why?
Because it's going to still be Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
Until he'll
be 65.
65.
Because I thought he already was. Remember when we had to go back, and I was shocked to find out he was only like 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
And not nearly as in good a shape as me.
The folks over at the Mouse Ears want to see a Deadpool Wolverine trilogy.
Oh. Not against it?
Nor should you be, because that was amazing.
But without blood.
No. I'm sorry. You're stupid.
All right, that bus scene was just over the top.
No, you have to. It's Deadpool.
I know. I get it.
It's
over the top.
I mean, okay, to explain it, there is one comic book storyline where Deadpool has lived so long that his daughter is old.
Right.
And he's just, because he can't die. And finally, and she's got part of his mutant powers, but it's not helping her as much. And so she's going to pass finally.
This is in the comic book?
Yes. And she says, well, we're both going to pass. So I brought you this neutron bomb. And they end it by exploding each other. And the neutron bomb finally takes him down to where he's not even a molecule left of him. So he won't grow back.
Because, if he was an atom, he'd grow back.
Yeah.
All right, that seems like a give up to me.
So, And Deadpool kills the Marvel universe is a thing to where each comic book he just kills a different person.
That's kind of a funny bit.
So I mean, there's that.
What was his line in the first part when he was when he thought he was the most important thing in the Marvel universe? He was what did he say? I'm Marvel Jesus.
Yeah, I'm the Marvel Messiah.
Oh yeah, something like that. Oh my god, it was so funny.
So
are they not? Because look, I don't know specifics. I know crap's going down with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively and all that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Are they not distancing from him at all yet? Or because I keep hearing things that like everyone's going to distance from them when this comes out. Well, I don't know what it is. I don't care.
I don't foresee, unless when things comes out, he's just.
Like, is it a child molester or something?
Yeah.
Like, what could it be? That
if
whatever.
it's something like that, then yeah, everybody has to distance.
Yeah.
But if it's not, if it's just he's kind of a meanie.
People still work with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, or he's a jackass at home or something. As long as he's not like
he's not beating up Blake Lively, then he's probably okay.
Yeah, he's probably just fine.
I don't think he's doing that.
Because people will look past stuff to be entertained.
Especially somebody like him.
Right.
And that character for sure.
No, that's
because he makes the character.
He does. So we will have to wait and see if there's something more credible than that. But I don't see it happening, especially when they're like, when they're letting out. This was what, January 20th.
Okay.
When they're like, they're making a trilogy. Wow. So
do they have a timeline?
No, not a timeline.
So we could guess, though, probably that Wolverine Deadpool came out last year, so 2024.
They haven't started filming the next one.
Do they even have a script? I mean, we're probably talking 2028 for the second one.
Yeah, and it's more than likely they're going to expand on that little scene where it was like Deadpool, Wolverine versus the Hulk situation.
Yep. So 2028 for the second one and 2031 for the third, right?
Yes.
So we've got another 7 years of more Deadpool Wolverine. And you said that Hugh Jackman's in it for 10.
Yes. So they're going to milk that as much as they can.
And they should, right?
Of course they should.
All of these characters, these actors are these characters. Like for 20 years, right? And look, I just watched the first Thor movie again.
I'm sorry.
I liked it. Again, I'm not you, right? I'm not the comic book purist. I don't know what it is you didn't like about it. But to me, for that universe, for everything we've had since then, the character holds up.
The character holds up.
Changed.
And the first one isn't that bad. It's the second one.
Right. No, and I get that. I get all of that. But what's funny is Parker, my 14-year-old, who obviously being 14 wasn't around for the first wave of those movies. He wasn't born yet. But he's just now trying to get into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he's trying to watch all of the movies in order. And he Captain America was the first one, right?
Yeah, first Avenger.
The first Avenger, right. So he's whatever. So he got to the house last week, and he's like, Dad, you want to watch the first Thor with me? It's like on my list. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Like halfway through the movie, I find out really the only reason he wanted to watch it because he has a crush on Natalie Portman from then.
Okay.
And I don't know if I was more proud when I found that out because he's kind of like that with Marvel, the Marvel movies, as he is like with the Star Wars, second Star Wars trilogy, right? Because he wasn't around. All he did was hear that it was bad. I mean, he was born in 2010.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, dude, she's Princess Amidala, right? I mean, she's Leia and Luke's mom. She was in the Star Wars. He's like, I know, Dad. Don't tell anyone that's next on my list. I want to watch those movies. Because he didn't give a crap about the Star Wars movies growing up. Like, when we would go, like the most recent trilogy, we would take him and he would just fall asleep.
Right.
But now, because of Natalie Portman, he's all like, Dad, I think I kind of want to watch those. I'm like, I'll watch them with you. They're
not bad.
That's my boy. Could have picked a worse one.
So Did you see that they're trying to say that The Acolyte wasn't that bad?
I haven't seen anything about The Acolyte. I will tell you, and we can get on Acolyte here in a minute. I finished Skeleton Crew.
Which, by the way, is not doing well, and it's because of the backlash from the Crapolite.
I get it. I explained to you early on this show why I thought it would work, why it worked for me, and I think the storyline that they went with, I think worked great. I've seen the end of it. It ended about like it did have some twists. Nothing super unpredictable, like not humongous twists, but again, this was steered kind of towards kids. And you can't have ridiculous twists because kids won't be able to follow it.
Where did my show go?
Oh, did I derail you?
No. The ridiculous twist, the kid.
Right.
What am I watching?
Oh, yeah. Like, why is it a different episode or a different show? Yeah, no, you can't do that with kids. So, I thought it was good. I really thought it was good. And I think because there's references, obviously like they'll have Easter eggs and crap and show jumping and stuff. I think you would enjoy it.
I'm going to have to get after it at some point.
But I haven't heard anything about any latest news on The Acolyte or why now they're trying to say it didn't suck.
So there's been articles that have come out, and some of the notable folks from the Crapolite have been quoting these articles as, yes, the show is still canceled. It's not going anywhere.
There will not be a season 2.
No, there's even like a petition to get, to force Disney to bring us season 2 of The Acolyte, and they were looking for like 150,000 signatures. They got 80,000. They couldn't even fill out their own petition. So the Crapolite's not coming back. But there's been people quoting an article saying that it was like some great number of like however many minutes that the Acolyte was streamed or watched by different people, and it was 2.7 million or billion or whatever. It's minutes watched. There's a lot of episodes. There's a lot of minutes in there.
Yeah.
So, but with the minutes rating, it was actually the most watched Disney Plus show like last year. What they don't tell you is that it was far and away the lowest watched Star Wars show that Disney Plus has ever put out there, including The Book of Boba Fett.
God, that was so bad.
People watched that one like 1 million times more than they watched The Crapolite.
I don't know that The Book of Boba Fett, no, I do know. It was bad.
Yes.
And it also wasn't necessary.
It could have been so good because it was Boba Fett and this character that we wanted more story about. We were aching for anything. The fact that we got something was the plus. The fact that it is what it is.
And it was Boba Fett.
Was the negative. So, but yeah, they've been quoting these numbers. It's the most watched. The second most watched thing from Disney Plus, by the way, was something that I didn't even know was on Disney Plus. So Disney Plus didn't have a good year last year.
But not Star Wars related.
Right.
I mean, I don't go to Disney Plus for anything but Marvel and Star Wars.
So
I feel like they can finagle those numbers probably any way they want.
They're trying to.
Just like I can take whatever statistic for any player in the NFL and I can make them support any point I want.
Right.
You can probably do that with numbers.
So some people are using this as a motion to be like, hey, maybe we should start a surge and people can ask for season 2 of The Crapolite.
I'd watch it.
Don't listen to those people. Don't do it.
I would at least watch the first episode of season 2 because I want to see how they link Yoda into it.
It's bad.
And that's what we won't get to see we won't get to see Yoda.
Thank God. Thank God. I don't want him anywhere near this crap. And there you go, everybody. There is Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun.
We have this.
The title you'll be texting me about tomorrow is new Black Panther ?
All right, I'll remember that.
No, you won't.
No, I will. I'm only half drunk, Colby. All right, break. Oh, we already did our breaks.
Yeah.
Which means
it's time for this.
Oh, I should probably do this.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making it sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. We're starting off today with bizarre science and zoo-related science.
Oh, gross. I bought a zoo.
So, I just saw this headline, and it says, bizarre. Zoo sells tiger urine for arthritis relief.
I'd try it.
So, the zoo claims, by the way, the zoo claims, not some doctor or something, the zoo claims mixing the urine with white wine and applying it to the affected area with ginger slices can help with arthritis relief. Or it can also be consumed orally.
I'm more a fan of Mary Ann slices.
So you could buy 250-gram bottles of medical tiger urine. I call that band name Medical Tiger Urine.
What the hell is happening?
From Siberian tigers. Does medical tiger urine only come from Siberian tigers? For about 51 Gonzaleses.
How many dollars is that?
I don't know. It's approximately 600 yen? Euros?
That doesn't help me. What's the exchange rate?
I don't know. The product claims to have a therapeutic effect on conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, sprains, and muscle pain. So I guess if you're ever having muscle pain and you're near a Siberian tiger, try and talk it into peeing on your leg, like you have a jellyfish sting.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that was for stings.
Yeah,
like Sting with the police.
No, I mean,
the wrestler.
If you can somehow talk a Siberian tiger into just peeing on your leg and not eating you, you may need to not worry about the police, but maybe how you're going to take over the world with Siberian tigers.
Because you have a superpower.
You do. You do. Let's go from there to... We're going to the UK. A young woman has pleaded guilty to harassment in the UK's first cyber farting case.
I thought we invented that.
After bombarding her boyfriend's ex with videos of the woman herself, farting. So, Rhiannon Evans, 25, appeared at a magistrate's court in North Wales and was accused of causing Deborah Prytrek distress and anxiety by sending her cyber farting videos. They had a court case because a woman kept filming herself farting and sending it to her boyfriend's ex.
This was a revenge thing.
Yes.
Oh my God, Colby, this is the greatest story ever.
Prosecutor Diane Williams told magistrates that in the first video, she proceeds to pass gas by placing the camera on her bottom and then passing the gas.
I thought we invented that.
Evans sent 3 videos of her letting rip on December 22nd, followed by another 4 of the same nature of the next few days. Each video showed Miss Evans passing wind, her face smiling at the camera. The court heard. Her tooting continued on Boxing Day and New Year's Day, despite police getting wind of what had happened.
I'm hiring this writer, dude. I'm hiring this person.
I don't know what kind of revenge it is to smile at the camera, then rotating the phone towards your butt and just going and then hitting send. But the case is believed to be the first instance of legal action against cyber farting in the UK. Cyber farting. I just wanted to say it one more time.
Again, I thought we invented that.
Yeah.
Damn it, I should have copyrighted it or something.
In news that Tim can use, there will be a renovation at the Louvre.
Yes, because I want to go lick the Mona Lisa, Colby.
The Mona Lisa will have her own room.
Oh, so we can have some privacy.
So I just thought you wanted to know, if you went to go kiss the Mona Lisa, you now have to go do that in her private room.
Do me, Mona. Oh, gross.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, I just realized my second wife, Colby,
Uh-huh.
her mother called her Mona, even though that wasn't her name. And when I just said, do me, Mona, I got really bad flashbacks.
So let's go from there to CNN, because fun with politics.
Politics!
So the DOJ appointee in D.C. lashes out after a flurry of personally insulting leaks in his first week. So he sent out an email. And when he sent this email out, it immediately was linked to news and media.
Right.
And so after that, that leaked email, he got really pissed, and he sent to everybody an email basically saying, wow, what a disappointment to have my email yesterday to you all was leaked almost immediately. Again, personally insulting and professionally unacceptable. I guess I have learned my lesson. Fool me once. Apparently fool me twice, because he sent that email and it was immediately leaked to CNN. Here's an idea. Stop sending emails to these people.
Oh my God, people are stupid, Colby.
So, the fact that his second email was also leaked is just kind of funny to me.
So, Colby, funny story about email leaks and Star Wars. You know, I'm a big fan of the show Parks and Rec.
Yes.
So they had a situation where Leslie Knope figured out her emails were getting hacked by the local newspaper. So in order for her to find out who was doing it, they planted an email from the local whatever government foundation about soil samples being full of midichlorians. So at the next press conference, the lady stands up. Yes, we have reports that our soil in Pawnee is full of midichlorians. What's your comment on that? So clearly well, my comment is that you're hacking my emails because midichlorians are, and she went into this diatribe about the definition of that was totally unnecessary for the explanation of the show, but that every Star Wars nerded out to. Right. About what it was 10 sentences long when all she had to say, well, those are from Star Wars, they don't exist. Oh no, she went into all of the definitions of midichlorians, 10 sentences long. And then everybody in the press conference was just looking at her it was a funny Star Wars moment, and it was a funny Pawnee moment on Parks and Rec.
And it involved email leaks,
just like our
here. Story.
See? I tied it in, Colby.
You sure did. Let's go from there to, well, kind of ironic.
Ooh, I dated her.
So the Johnstown Flood Museum was closed.
Get flooded.
Temporarily due to flooding. You know,
How predictable was that?
If you have a museum that's commemorates the 1889 catastrophe that killed 2,209 people from the flood in Pennsylvania, you might want to make sure that building is flood proof. Just saying.
Colby, that was the Johnstown flood was a tragedy. And it was one of the first examples in our country of rich people greed trumping the rest of us.
Right.
Because if you go back and look, this is how much of a history nerd I am, Colby. I know what the Johnstown flood was, and I know who was responsible for it. And it was a bunch of people at the South Fork Dam, not the Dallas TV show South Fork, that included Andrew Carnegie and his guys that were parts of his company, U.S. Steel. It included all of the fucking rich people, the steel magnates that were in Pittsburgh, right?
Right.
And they had this private club where they went and smoked cigars and drank that was across this bridge that they built as a dam. Well, the city told them, we have to fortify this dam, or the next big rain we get, it's gonna break. And there were 5,000 people in the little towns below it, right, in the valley. But it was gonna cost, like, each one of the rich people, if they split it, like $700 each to fortify the dam and widen the road that their little wagons went across in 1889. It was 1889. I know the year that it happened. And they were like, "Nah, we're good. I'm going to go buy some more cigars." And the dam broke and killed a bunch of people. Colby, I know a lot about history. Colby's not impressed.
Sure not. Let's go from there to Mesa County, Colorado, where a woman is arrested early Monday who, according to authorities, has a history of eluding law enforcement. In fact, on this night, she tried to elude law enforcement by breaking into somebody else's home, stealing the keys to their car, and trying to drive it away while police were in pursuit of her. The police did pull her over, and they asked Miss 24-year-old Bridget Fawcett who she was.
Was she leaking?
And she gave them a false name. And I read this story to ask, what did Bridget Fawcett say her false name was? Please tell me it was Farrah Moynihan. Those of you that got that, I'm proud of you. The rest of you, I'm sorry.
You have no hope if you didn't just get that.
That's the only reason I read that story.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You had that loaded up, ready to go.
I did.
Bridget Moynihan and Farrah Fawcett.
Yes.
They're scissoring right now in your brain.
They sure are.
Oh, that's hot.
Let's go from there to a Greene County grand jury who indicted a homeless man wanted on the death of another man. Authorities arrested Jim Nunnery in October. Nunnery faces second-degree murder charges in the case.
Of course he is.
Jimmy Nunnery, who was arrested in Springfield, looks like this. Tim has the picture.
I do. And it's up, Colby.
Are we sure that that's not Sideshow Bob that was arrested in Springfield for killing a man?
And to me, I told you this before, like when I first saw it, it looks like Nick Nolte in a Halloween costume of Sideshow Bob.
Could be. But this exists. This person exists in Springfield, which leads you want you to go to other places in Springfield and maybe look for Bart.
So I have a question. Do you have the picture on your phone that you're looking
do.
at? If you look real close, you see that his shoulders are not symmetrical.
They are not.
And that's a little alarming. I want to know what the left side looks like as opposed, like, I want the rest of the body.
Well, we'll have to ask Matt Groening, won't we?
Did Bart do that?
So
it kind of looks like his left side's deformed.
I mean, it's hard.
You look like that.
Yeah. As Jessica Rabbit once said, I'm just drawn that way.
Oh, she was so hot.
So there you are. And there's news and notes, everybody.
Colby. Just going to end it like that.
I am.
I Are we going to end the show like that too?
I mean, it's time.
All right, for everybody watching, I just have to do this for 1 second.
You're going to cyber fart them?
No, I'll put a picture of Tatiana on the screen real quick.
No, there you go.
My future ex-wife.
No.
That she's going to cheat on me with Colby. She probably already has.
You know what? I'm probably be able to get away with that.
Do you have a free pass with that one, you think?
I might have a free pass with
Tatiana?
that one.
Do you think she has a free pass with us?
No, it's just with me.
Either one of us.
It's just with me. It's not with you.
I'm better looking than you. You got more gray than I do now.
Not until I shave.
Then it'll still be gray.
It won't be there anymore.
It'll be Zane Gray, whatever that means. Colby, we doing a show Monday? Do we know yet? We won't know, right?
The way it's been looking on Mondays, we'll just go ahead and say we're Wednesday guys unless there's a special Monday show.
So we will be back on, by the way, we have record numbers tonight, Colby. Our numbers are through the floor. I'm sorry, through the roof. Through the floor would not be impressive.
No.
They're through the roof as we have big weather coming through DFW. I've already been texted from like my kids and stuff like, but it's about the rain. All right, well, it snowed too. Did you cry then? But we will be back on Wednesday. I want to thank everybody that popped on here tonight and heard all of this just debauchery that we had.
I mean, we were meandering all over this road.
Should I apologize or tell you guys that like this is just what it is?
Yeah, we were in a ditch a lot.
Yeah, this is just what it is. And clearly you didn't care because you stayed, as there are about 1,700 people watching the show right now live. So we would like to thank you very much across all of the platforms that we are live on YouTube, on X, and then, of course, on our Facebook page, our Facebook group for FanStream Sports. Make sure wherever you're watching, make sure you like. We just need all the likes. It helps the algorithm to share the show with other people so that other people can find it. We need that 1,700 people up to about 17 million next week.
That'd be great.
Is that a good goal?
Let's just go 17,000.
And we will be back on Wednesday. And make sure you check us out at fanstreamsports.com and on the mobile app. You can find all of our back episodes wherever you get your podcasts. Until next week, boys and girls, we'll see ya.